Good morning, students. In this semester, we're going to study about the subject water supply engineering. Okay, so what is this water supply engineering? Like air, okay, we breathe, we need that for survival. Water also, we need it for our survival. And we cannot drink any water whenever we see. Suppose if we see water when you walk by, we cannot say that that water we can use it for consumption or for some other use. Okay, so in this subject, water supply engineering, we are going to see how water is being taken out and how we can supply it to the required locations where it is required. Okay, that is known as water supply engineering. Okay, so the next topic is necessity of protected water supply. Why is there a need that we have to protect the water supply? If we don't protect the water supply, if we consume that as human beings, okay, we are going to fall sick. Okay, we are going to get diarrhea and so many other things which will harm to us. Okay, so there is a need of protecting the water supply. For example, in the villages, okay, they take out the water from the wells. Okay, and if that well is located to a place where uh, where the cows are there, the animals are there, they excrete their waste, okay, and people take bath, okay, like you have learned in class 10 about health education. If you don't protect the water supply, and if people living in that locality or community, they take that water supply, okay, or they take that water, then they're going to fall sick. That's why there is a need, there is important, or it is necessary that we have to protect the water supply. Fine. So the next topic is water supply system. What is the system that is going on when we give the water for supplying? Okay, supplying to the houses. Okay, so the first is collection of water. From where you're going to collect the water, either from the rivers, okay, from the lakes, from the ponds, from the dams, okay, from the spring water, from the wells. Okay, you first have to collect that water. So let's suppose that we collect the water from the rivers. Okay, so when we collect the water from the rivers, how will you collect it? You have to take it by means of pumps. Okay, let's suppose we take it by the means of pumps. Okay, the next step is where will you transmit it, right? So next step comes the transmission. Okay, that means or transferring, in other words. Okay, so the water first you collect, you transmit it or you transfer it. Okay, let's say in some storage. Okay, then you store that water. After storing that water, now we don't know whether that water from the river, it looks clean. Okay, but it might have so many other parameters which is invisible to our naked eyes. Okay, which might there might be bacteria or viruses in that water. Okay, so for that we go, the next step is we go for the treatment of water. Okay, this will be studying in detail later on in the next unit. Okay, so next we will take this water to the treatment plant. Okay, we call it the treatment plant. And here treatment plant doesn't mean the flower. Okay, the living things that you see. Treatment plant here is a word. Okay, that means, in other words, it is also known as a factory or a building. Okay, treatment plant. Okay, so we take it to the treatment plant to treat the water which is taken from the rivers, okay, which has been transmitted. Okay, after treating the water, then we are going to store that water. Okay, after storing that water in some storage or tank, fine, then we are going to distribute the water. Distribution of water, that means we are going to transmit, or there will be a network of pipes in which there will be the distribution of water to the localities. Okay, so in the water supply system, Okay, this is very important. In the water supply system, the first step is first you have to collect the water. Okay, it can be from any source. Then you have to transmit that water from that source. Okay, you have to, okay, to the treatment plant. Either you can transmit it directly to the treatment plant, or you can store it first, then you transfer it to the treatment plant. After treating the water, which is found to be safe and fit for human consumption, then we store the water again in the tanks. And from these tanks, which are connected by the pipes, they are being distributed to the localities. Okay, and all these have been given nicely in the notes in the diagram. So I hope there is no confusion now. And if you have so, then you can please ask me anytime.